Sending it now to Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. And Bobby, you are tracking the tropics. We still have Tropical Storm Jerry.
Yeah, we do. And kind of sheared apart. If you look, there's a lot of wind shear coming in from the north and the west. 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving to the west-northwest at 23. Still moving very quickly. Pressure's down to about 1,000 millibars. 650 miles east-southeast of the northern Leeward Islands. So it's out there still. But they do now have tropical storm watches for the northeast corner here, as the center probably ends up just to the northeast of them. So they're not going to get the main wind from this, but they will get at least a little bit and some rain. You can see it's going to continue off to that track to the northwest and then take a more northerly turn. As it does so on Friday, it becomes a hurricane. But this latest forecast only takes it back up to around 80-mile-per-hour winds, when the previous forecast did go up to 100, which is Cat 2. So there's a little bit extra wind shear on here. They're thinking it doesn't get quite as strong. And Bermuda, which is right about here, I think they're gonna enjoy that. They don't want to deal with it. But you can see most of the modeling now is taking the center of that at least right off to their east. So pretty good news for most of us, right? You can see the tropical update. We're also watching this area here for a 10% chance of development. But look, most of it's now almost on to Mexico. Okay, you can see even some rain on the north side of this. So, yeah, that's pretty good convection, but the way the atmosphere is flowing right now, this should continue to drift off towards the west and not from us. Tomorrow's a year that Milton made landfall here, okay? This time about a week ago, this is where Milton came from and went just like that. So to have something there that's going in the opposite direction is a really good sign. Okay, that's good news. Now, closer to home, we have some of those sprinkles I was showing you. We have a few more over on the East Coast. These are just about done. They're very small. They're smaller than what we've seen almost all week. So can't rule out a couple there for Western Citrus and Hernando. But the bottom line is we're watching this low develop. This will develop as a non-tropical low. You see how the high winds are way out here, away from the center, versus look at our tropical system. The high winds are right around the center. Two different types. Although it kind of starts warm, but there's drier and cooler air on the west side that gets pulled into that. So that's a hybrid of subtropical or just regular nor'easter, right? Either way, they get northeast type winds and rain. Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Jersey, New York. Meanwhile, on the backside for us, we get that wind to turn more to the north and the northwest and bring down the drier air. That's the taste of fall. That will get in here starting on Friday. Certainly on Saturday you'll feel it, and Sunday is when it really feels cooler and drier. It's not technically that much cooler. 87's the average high, will be about 84, 85. But the dew point's dropping down, the humidity dropping out, plus the breeze, it is going to feel so good. In fact, 60s in the morning. So you're going to want to open up the windows out there this weekend and into next week. Look at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Those overnight lows for Tampa are in the mid to upper 60s. That means spots away from the water will be even warmer. Looking good for Amalie Arena. Only a 30% chance for Benchmark International Arena, I should say, tomorrow. And then the Bucks game, that's fantastic football weather this weekend.